It's hard for me to accept that any of the women in here could hate me enough to...
Yes, well, the first thing's to question them. If there's one thing I've learned in this job, it's never take anything for granted.
I was not scared. I was just putting all that on to make me think I was...
Hey, look out behind you, it's huge.
Oh, my God. Oh, bull. Ha-ha. Very
Okay, we've all had a laugh. Let's do a bit of work for a change.
Sounds like a good idea. Judy, Mrs. Reynolds would like to see you.
Oh, sure, you're the boss.
Marlene, I phoned the florist, and Dot will have her flowers by lunchtime.
Gee, thanks, Mrs. Zen.
Gosh, Mrs. Morris is thoughtful, isn't she?
Glad you think
Oh,
so.
don't start that again.
Well, I was only trying to do something nice for a change, and I end up on a bloody charge.
We know you were trying to do the right thing, Marlene. You just went about it the wrong way.
Oh, never mind, Marlene. Well, blessed are they who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 10.
Yeah? What do you know? What's it mean?
Well, it means, oh, golly, it's Bible, Bobby. It's very profound.
I think it means it'll all come right in the end, Robbie.
That's what they'd know. Well, hey, I knew your father was a vicar and everything, but how come you know all that stuff?
Oh, Daddy used to make me read a chapter every night when I was little, or mostly the New Testament. I guess it just stuck in my brain.
Do you mean you've memorized the entire New Testament?
Well, not consciously.
Oh, do you mean you're unconscious when you learnt it?
So I suppose you could quote bits of the Bible just off the top of your head, eh?
Yes, I suppose I could if I had a reason.
Yeah, bet you could.
Oh, hang on a minute. You can't be serious.
Your prints are on that paper, Bryant.
Well, so what? What does that prove? It's prison paper, isn't it? Anybody could have touched it. Is that a crime?
Judy, please try to understand.
Look, I don't understand. Now, all I know is that I was brought in here and accused of trying to terrorize or blackmail you, for God's sake. You can't honestly believe that I would try and do anything like that, Mrs. Reynolds.
How'd you know where Mrs. Reynolds was staying?
What?
Oh, all right. Let's assume you're innocent.
Thank you very much.
Now, have you heard anyone talking? Any of the women discussing something secretively, trying to make contact with anyone?
Everybody talks secretively in this place. All I know is that when we were questioned last time, we didn't know why. Nobody would want to hurt Mrs. Reynolds.
Somebody does, Bryant.
Yeah, well, it's not me. Can I go, please?
Right, Judy. I just don't believe she knows anything.
No, neither do I. Oh, Bryant's right. Anyone could have handled that paper quite legitimately and left their prints on it.
So we're back where we started.
No, not entirely. This whole thing's a jigsaw, Mrs. Reynolds. When we nail our friend this afternoon, we'll see how the pieces fit together.
I was just telling Phil here that I think Marlene's running a book. Odds on, I'd say.
Yeah.
Look, I figured they need something for an interest. Say like softball. Something like that.
What a wonderful idea. Help them develop some team spirit, too.
Meg?
Yes, sounds like a good idea, if you can spare the time.
Yeah, why not? I haven't much else to do. I'll talk to Mrs. Reynolds about it.
Oh, by the way, any more news about those letters? No, not really. What I can't understand is how anyone knew Anne was staying at my place. I mean, I didn't tell anyone.
Well, you told me.
Yes,
Whoa.
so I did.
Wait a minute. I didn't tell anyone. I think maybe I better see Mrs. Reynolds right now. Catch you later.
Right. You know, he's really a nice young chap.
Oh, how awful for poor Mrs. Reynolds. I feel dreadful if somebody sent me nasty letters like that.
Yes, pretty rough. Don't think Angel had anything to do with it.
Oh, I don't know. The last letter came yesterday, though.
What about those of us who've got fingerprints on the letter?
Look, they can't do anything if they can't prove something. Now, just sit tight.
My bloody luck, they can me day out tomorrow.
Yeah, well, don't start crossing your bridges before you come to them.
Well, ladies, I've got some good news for you. It looks as though you could do with it. Dot Farron will be coming out of hospital tomorrow.
Ah, good news, Mrs. Barry. I've sort of missed the old girl.
Well, the fact is she won't be coming back to Wentworth.
What?
Well, not for the time being anyway. The doctors think she needs plenty of rest and fresh air.
Honolulu.
Close.
the farm, actually.
Well, at least Rachel can keep an eye out for her.
Oh, don't wish that on poor Rachel.
I need someone to help pack her things.
Oh, let me, Mrs. Bray. I didn't know Dot very well, but I'd like to do something to help her.
Thanks, Pixie. Good.
Mrs. Barry, do you think you could get me a Bible?
A Bible. Well, there'll be one in the library.
Yeah, well, that one's got all scribble all over it. I need a clean one.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Come on, Pixie.
A Bible. What exactly do you want with a Bible?
Haven't you ever heard of old-fashioned spiritual guidance?
Marlene, spiritual.
I wonder what Dot would say to that. You know, you might think I'm crazy. I'm going to miss the old girl.
Well, you want to know something? So am I.
And you think it would be all right, Mrs. Barry? Because, I mean, Judy's such a good friend, and well, she has to share with somebody.
Well, I'll have to check it out with Mrs. Reynolds, but I can't see why not, Pix.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Now, look, would you just gather Dot's things up for me,
Yeah.
and I'll go and get a cardboard box.
Okay. Oh, Judy, you're so messy. Oh, Pixie's song. You always thought of me as just a friend. You never saw the love locked in my heart. The way I thought my heart would never mend. The tears I cried each time we were apart.
I've got to talk to the other cops away.
Not now. You want to broadcast it.
Yeah, but I've got... Warning you, don't blow it. Now, what is all this? I thought the hunger strike nonsense was over with.
I can't eat. I'm too uptight. Lyle will be here this afternoon.
Gonna get a bit in the Shag Shack, are ya?
Knock it off, fellas.
Don't you reckon I'll be the one doing the knocking off? Hey, he's half the bloke you reckon he is. Tell him to save a bit for me.
Do you want to wear this mashed potato?
Anything that'd cover her face would be an improvement.
Thank you, but I shouldn't let you fight my battles for me.
Nah, don't worry about it. Will you please eat?
Oh, here. Saved your seat. How's that for service, huh? Hey, gonna need salt.
Did you get that stuff for Dot, Pixie?
Pardon? Oh, yes, I think I got everything.
You're a sweet kid, you know that. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
Only the outside notes of each pile of the rest's paper, all right?
Yes, I think so. Oh, the undercover police, how will I know who they are?
It's better if you don't know, Mrs. Reynolds. You might just do something to give them away. We know this bloke's dangerous, but what we don't know is how many people he's got helping him. But we'll be watching every move, I promise you.
Well, that's a great consolation.
You know, it's not too late. I can still get a policewoman to do.
No. You said yourself he obviously knows what I look like. We can't risk him getting away. I couldn't live with that. I'm sorry, I'm a bit on edge.
So am I.
Well, let's not keep the gentleman waiting.
Well, aren't we the glamour puss? Who cares if you're late for work?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just